Good evening, everyone. Panchajanya, the divine conch of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, which was blown during Kurukshetra, indicating the start of the Dharma Yuddha that followed. There all the efforts were done for the establishment of Dharma. Dharma was kept over personal relations and motives. Keeping the same motives in mind, our organization will work towards establishing the importance and necessity of following and imbibing Bharatiya culture. Accepting our roots and making people realize the true essence of Ayurveda, not only as a treatment modality but also as a way of life. All this while walking in the path of Dharma. Hence the motto Shreyam Bharatiyam Arogyam Ayurvediyam. The founders of this organization started this because we felt the need to spread the knowledge of Bharatiya culture, Ayurveda, the true history of Bharatarashtra and values to all the strata of people in every corner of the world. Also, the founders think Ayurveda aspirants know the inside out of today's medical field. Hence, they aim to make people aware of this and also try their best to solve this on the go. With this aim in mind, I would like to welcome you all to PRAJNAVARIDHI's lecture series conducted for first year students. Today, we have my dear Aneesh T, MD in Rachana, Shareera, Associate Professor at Dr. Vasan Parikh Ayurvedic Medical College, Gujarat. He is the National General Secretary for the Academic Committee at Ayurveda Federation of India. He has published six peer-reviewed articles in national and international journals. He has presented seven scientific papers at various international and national seminars, attended more than 20 international and national seminars, completed master class and fellowship in sexual medicine. He has delivered various guest lectures, editorial board member of Agnivesh International Journal of Ayurveda Research and Health. Sir will be taking the topic Navigating Anatomy Exams and Approach to LAQs. We welcome you, sir, to the session.
Om Dhanvantaraya Namaha, Srimad Gurubhyo Namaha. Thanks for your warm welcome. Today, I'm going to speak about navigating anatomy exams and approach to LAQs. So here, by this 18 months of time, all of you might have gone through the syllabus which is prescribed by the NCISM. Why I am reminding you about the syllabus? Because it is very much essential to have an idea about the syllabus distribution and specific mark allotted to the syllabus. So you can log in through the ncsmindia.org, and there will be a home page like this. So you can click on Indian medicine, Ayurveda, right click, you will get curriculum and syllabus, and you can download your syllabus from here. These are the key points I am going to discuss today with you all. Whenever the term exam comes, it's highly or it is important to have a study plan, because most of the time everyone in your class will be talking about exam, but the way they prepare, someone will be preparing by base of previous year question paper. So how you how to cover the topics within a stipulated time is very much important. So study planner is a tool for you to be in the track, especially in terms of anatomy exams. So what you have to do, you have to list down the topics you need to cover. And the most common mistake every student used to do is, for example, a teacher is asking you question, he's making you scared about the examination. The first thing you will do is open your textbook or open your notebook, going back to the first chapter which you already very comfortable with. So instead of that mistake, you must focus on the topics which are tough or which you have left behind, or you haven't covered it. So always you have to give weightage to the tough topics first. And you have to divide your time. For example, a week you have to divide as time blocks or study blocks with specific syllabus points or topics you need to cover. This will help you to know whether you are in the line or whether you are using the time properly or not. So always divide your time into study blocks and make a list of topics you have to cover. And as you are aware, you must prepare notes, because you just imagine now we have exam left in few days ahead. So now you cannot sit with your textbook BDC and all and prepare for your examination. So you have to use your notes in a better way. So what you have to do, making a list of all the topics you need to cover, then divide the topics into smaller chunks or blocks, and organize your notes topic by topic. It will help you to know whether you have used or covered the stipulated topic on a specific time or not. This will help you to know whether you have to make yourself little more fast or you have to utilize more time efficiently. And this is a very important thing I wanted to highlight here, with special reference to Rachana Shareera examination. Diagrams are most important part of our examination. Keep this in mind. You must practice drawing diagrams. Once again, I remind you all, practicing diagrams is very much essential in related to our Rachana Sharira or modern anatomy part in examination. And also, you must make sure to highlight the key terms and concepts while preparing the note. It in turn will help you. For example, now we are having exams after a few days. You cannot sit and scroll back every chapter, topic by topic, line by line. So once when you highlight key concepts and topics or terms, you can skim the topic very easily. Just you roll down the paper, just you from top to bottom, if you run your eyes, you will be able to revise it very easily. So make sure to highlight key terms and concepts while preparing the notes. This will help you to answer the questions more accurately during the exams too. Then I'm not going to speak much about how you have to read, how much time. I'm like what are the various methods like SQ3R methods, etc. are there. I'm not going to talk about it because we are going to focus more on long answer questions. So everybody is reading. So how we can make the difference in reading? So compare to your friends how you can study smart or how you can retain what you have studied. So there is a scientific method or proven method for that, is known as spaced repetition. So in spaced repetition, it's just like a tool or technique that allows you to take breaks while studying. So as you know, generally what happens once when exams are nearing, the students will get anxious and they will sit with the book entire time, but the outcome may not be as they expect. This is because of overexertion. So taking breaks will reduce the stress and increasing knowledge retention. And you can review the information at specific intervals to reinforce understanding over time. So what you can do, for example, you're reading or you're learning some topic today, you can review it after a specific time period, and also you can revise, for example, next day and after 2 3 days, like that. This will improve your memory retention, long term memory retention. Then it will reduce. Generally what will happen, you will try to cover the entire BDC's volume by scrolling the pages. So you can avoid such kind of situations by spaced repetition. And also it will give your brain time to process and consolidate information. Then in an interview, the interviewer asked a scientist known as Chris Bird, or his name is Chris Bird, Sir, is there any method to improve the memory of a human? So he replied, yes, there is a method. And he asked back, will you believe I can improve or you can improve your memory in just 40 seconds? So the interviewer got shocked. Then Mr. Chris Bird was explaining the method. In your mind, replay whatever you have studied or what you wanted to remember and describe it to yourself for 40 seconds. For example, if you are learning an organ, you have taken sufficient time, 1 hour, 2 hours for learning it, but then you have to replay what you have studied just in 40 seconds. So he told it sounds too simple, but definitely it works. It will engage in active recall by trying to remember key points or concepts related to the topic and summarize and explain the information in your own word. So you can teach So what you can do, just you can stand in front of the mirror and just you can describe everything you have learned by seeing a mirror, or you can teach this to your friend like that. So this will definitely improve your memory. Next, while coming the term exam, generally once when we hear the word exam, the first thing comes in our mind, just you are sitting in the examination hall and you are writing, scribbling something on your answer sheet. But exam, not just writing on the paper. Question paper is plays a crucial role. How you are managing time is important, and how you are presenting your answer. So question paper, time, answer, all these together is termed, or all these are crucial part of your examination. Understanding the exam format is very much important. As you know, unlike the previous old syllabus, now the pattern is divided into multiple choice questions, short answer questions, and long answer questions. So each of you must be aware of what to write. This is a common thing we teachers used to hear always, by telling after the examination, students used to approach us, sir, we were knowing the answer, but we weren't knowing how much to write and what to write on the specific question. So while preparing for the examination itself, you have to be aware what to write on specific question, how much to write, and you should focus on your presentation techniques for SAQ and LAQ in a different manner. In precise, short answer questions need to be precise and specific, and long answer questions ought to be detailed. Knowing the format definitely will allow you to better prepare and focus your study effort. Always you have to set a time limit for each question, which I am going to explain you in my upcoming slides, in order to complete the exam on time. You have to decide how much time you are going to spend on MCQs, SAQs, and LAQs. And this is a, what to say, a golden line for you to remember. You might have heard this always, something is better than nothing. So please keep this in mind. Don't leave any question, because think of partial credit, which is definitely better than no credit. So you must remember, don't leave any question, attend all the questions. So these are the contents of, or the syllabus points of paper 1. These are the syllabus points of paper 2. And the examination paper and mark distribution, as you are aware that there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, each carry 100 marks, so total 200 marks. And the practical carries 100 mark, viva 70, and electives doesn't comes under Rachana Shareera subject. Internal assessment 30, so 200 altogether, 400 marks for your Rachana Shareera examination. Now let us focus on long answer questions in anatomy examination. As you might have gone through the syllabus, they have given specific paper layout. So here I want you to remind again, all questions are compulsory. In short answer questions and long answer question, there won't be any choice for you to select, and the allowed time is 3 hours. Maximum marks allowed is 100 marks. So as you are aware, there are 20 MCQ questions. Each question carry 1 mark, so total 20 marks. There are 8 short answer questions, each carry 5 marks, and total 40 marks. And long answer questions for each carry 10 marks, so together 40, and altogether 100 marks. Same with paper 2. Now, why question paper blueprint is so much important? Here I have highlighted the long answer questions which comes under, which comes for your examination. See, Garbha Shareera, embryology, Asti Shareera, osteology, etc. included long answer questions as per NCSM question paper blueprint. Here, I want you to take a note that all these questions, long answer questions, will be asked only from the must know part of your syllabus. So it will help you to reduce your workload, or you can have an idea from which topic you may get a long answer question. Keep maximum focus on must know topic for long answer questions. Same with the theory paper 2, like Costa, digestive system, sensory organs, indriya, etc. comes under for long answer questions, whereas pramana, etc. devoid of it. So here also they have mentioned all the four questions will be asked from the or comes under the must know portion. So keep this in mind. Give maximum attention on must know part of your syllabus. While planning an answer, you must read carefully and understand the question first. Then present your answer for the asked question, your explanation in simple and clear way. Don't complicate your answers by writing whatever comes in your mind, and always try to utilize diagrams for clarity and simplification, and structure your answer in point by point representation. Why point by representation is relevant means what will happen, even though you know the answer very clearly, you will try to write as a paragraph way. It will consume more time and the teacher may not be able to understand how you represented your paper properly. So keep this in mind. Always try to answer point by point representation. Next, this is the most important part, because your seniors or you might have told in your term examination, sir or madam, I was knowing the answers but I wasn't able to manage within 3 hours, so I had to leave 2 or 3 questions. See, if you leave one question, the chances of failure is more. So how you can utilize all the complete 3 hours and finish all the questions? So here I have divided multiple choice questions. As you know, 20 questions are there. Each question you can allot 1 marks, 1 minute, and short answer questions, 8 questions are there. Each question you can keep 8 minutes, so total 1 hour 4 minutes. And while talking about long answer questions, there are 4 questions. Each question you can keep 15 minutes. So while you see mcqs just 20 minutes and short answer questions are 1 hour 4 minutes and long answer questions 1 hour, so you may think it just comes 2 hours and 24 minutes. So what we have to do in the remaining 36 minutes? This remaining 36 minutes you can utilize for cross checking whether you have left any question incomplete, you can fill, or whether you can left completely a question, so you can go back and fill there. Keep this in mind. If you are allocating 15 minutes for a long answer question, not even a single second you should wait on that question after the 15 minutes. You must go to the next question and start writing, and last 36 minutes you can use for the leftover portion, or if you wanted to fill anything further. What is a long answer question? Long answer questions are open-ended questions that require a complete detailed written responses and typically covering complex topics or concepts. Why long answer question, or what long answer question does? It will assess in-depth understanding of the student on the specific area and the critical thinking skills, and of course the ability to articulate knowledge in anatomy. So we are going to understand the basic features or what is long answer questions in detail. So the characteristics of long answer questions, as you know, it typically require comprehensive responses, definitely test the analytical and problem solving abilities of the student. It must have a typical structure and format. For your simple understanding, the question may have just like parts or subparts. For example, a question divided into A and B part. Okay, and also you must have to use maximum diagrams and examples, and you have to include headings and subheadings. Then while writing an LAQ, the primary thing you have to do is understand the question. What will happen if while reading the in the examination, while reading the question, out of excitement or out of anxiety, you may not read the question completely and you may miss the part B of that specific question. So first you have to read and understand the question, then you think what topics or how you are going to present your answer. Definitely you have to provide an introduction for it to a background of the specific topic, and you have to include the main body where you will be giving a detailed description. And you must include sufficient headings and subheadings. Use clear language. As I told you, don't just blab or write it in a complicated way. Include maximum diagrams wherever it is necessary. You can use flow charts, and also you can use various examples if it is necessary. And you have to write a conclusion for the long answer question. After doing this, you can do the proofread, or you can go back and check what you have done with the answer. These are the few tips I wanted to share for writing long answer questions. So this you might have heard from your teachers. When you are getting a question paper, start with the question which you know or which you are confident more about, so that you will get a confidence to present your answers in a better way. So start with your strongest topic, then definitely you have to manage the time wisely. As I told you, you have to utilize only 15 minutes. After that, you have to move to next question, and definitely you have to address the question directly. Just don't write something which is irrelevant related to the question. Then use correct terminology. So generally what will happen, anatomy is more of like a mathematics. So just like instead of basic terminology which is used, you are using the layman terms or language. These and all you must have to avoid, and you must focus on the relevance. And things to remember while approaching to the long answer question or while answering the long answer question. As I told you, first you read the question carefully, and you may face the, or you may see the terms like describe, compare, etc. in the long answer question. Plan your answer and be concise. Here concise doesn't mean that you have to reduce your description, but you have to avoid the unnecessary elaboration and avoid repetition, and you give your answer in a more clear or clarity. Revise your answer, check for clarity, coherence, and correctness. So here I just wanted to show you how you can answer your long answer question, or even this will be applicable for your short answer question also. What generally part, what students will tell, so we were knowing few shlokas but we weren't knowing what to where we have to place it, or how, in what order we have to place, how we have to present the answer in a better way. So for that I am just trying to show a template. So in Ayurveda portion, general headings and subheadings could be used is introduction, utpatti, definitions, sthana, descriptions like or types, then sankhya, karma, significance, applied importance, interpretations, and a conclusion. Same way, if you consider the modern topics, these are the basic headings or subheadings you could include. They are introduction, and definitely it's a mandatory thing that you must include neatly labeled diagram wherever it is required. And you can go with the dimensions, peculiarities, parts and its relations, blood supply, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage, histology, clinical anatomy, conclusion. Why it is so relevant? You just imagine if you are able to place these headings in your answer sheet, definitely the evaluator also will get impressed, and you can represent or present your paper in a better way. I hope it is audible. Next, I just wanted to give you an example of this template. For example, the topic Asti Shareera, NCSM mentioned that long essay questions could be asked. So, few example questions are: write the number and types of Asti in Shadanga Shareera, define Asti, its types, importance, enumeration, and classification, describe Asti Shareera in detail. So, these are the common questions or the examples for questions which could be asked from Asti Shareera. So while answering that questions, what could be the headings you can include specifically related to Asti Shareera. This is an example for answer template for Asti Shareera. You can give an introduction, etymology, synonyms, Asti Utpatti, definitions, Panchabhautikatva of Asti, functions of Asti, enumeration of Asti, interpretation, applied anatomy, and conclusion. For your better understanding, I have included a specific answer template or how you have to present your answer for the specific question related to Asti Sharira. So these kind of headings I have included here: etymology, Asti Utpatti, functions, etc., etc. You can refer it even later also. So this is an example for the long answer question which is related to Asti Sharira for your reference. Next, till now I told what is long answer question, how you should be prepared, how you should present. So, what would be the expectation of an evaluator who is seeing your paper? So, I'm going to talk bit points related to evaluator's point of view. Most of the time, the students will come and used to tell us, sir, we have presented the paper, we have filled the paper, still out of 10 we got less marks, like 5 or 6. What is the reason? So for that, please have a serious attention on this. See, I have shown few examples for various long answer question. Here the question goes like, write the name of digestive organs and explain the anatomy of stomach with a neatly labeled diagram. So why you weren't able to score good marks? See, just for an example purpose, I have shown you how the marks will be distributed. For example, if you write organs of the digestive system, you will get 1 mark. Location of the stomach, 1 mark. Dimensions, 1 mark. External features, 1 mark. Internal features, 1 mark. Relations, visceral and peritoneal, 1 mark. Blood supply and nerve supply, 1 mark. Clinical anatomy, 1 mark. Diagram, 2 marks. I am not telling that this is the exact way every university or every institute will follow, but like this, mark distribution will be there, and this guide will be given to the teachers before the evaluation. It may vary from university to university. Again, I am repeating, this may not be the exact blueprint, but like this, mark distribution will be there for each question. So unless until you try to cover these sub points or these contents, you may not be able to score the maximum marks. Again, I will show you a few examples. Describe the anatomy of larynx with labeled diagram. Here also you could see the contents goes like location of larynx, measurements, a diagram, external features, relations, blood supply, nerve supply, clinical anatomy. So the entire mark is distributed in this way, and you are going to get scored 10 marks. Again, one more example. Describe the anatomy of ear, parts and description, features of external, middle, and internal ear, which is getting 3 marks, blood supply 1 mark, nerve supply 1 mark, applied anatomy diagram. So these are the few examples I just wanted to give each student to make you understand that just by filling papers, you may not be able to score maximum marks. So these kind of contents you must include in your answers for a better scoring. Then obviously each examiner will expect a neat handwriting in your answer sheet, and to try to add maximum references wherever it is required, and try to add comparative references. Definitely your answer should be relevant content, just not writing whatever comes in mind. Some seniors will come and tell, no, you write something in your paper, you will get good marks. No such things are available, no such things are practically possible. So try to answer relevant content to your question. And while giving descriptive mode in long answer questions, as I told you in my previous slide, be specific to the question. And obviously the examiner will be expecting good presentation skills, expect maximum diagrams, flow charts, etc. in your in your answer. Next, compared to the short answer question, why long answer questions are more important? Just see, if you write 8 short answer questions, then only you are going to get 40 marks. But here in long answer question, just out of 4 long answer questions, you will be able to score 40 marks. time management. Maybe at least someone told you that you don't look at the clock, it may panic you. But I wanted to tell you opposite to that. You must have an eye on the clock so that it is better not to regret at the end than being in the track. What will happen if you do not look at the clock? You may not be knowing whether are you with the same question since half an hour, are you with the same question since 45 minutes. So it is always essential to have an eye on the clock and leave the question after the specific time. I'm not telling that you must follow the time limit which I have mentioned. You can use better time limitations, but you must leave the question after the allotted time and utilize the last 36 minutes for leftover answers. And one more thing I wanted to highlight here, anyway, you are making diagrams, so it can make more attractive or more visible by giving a, boxes to such diagrams. And as I told you previously, try to highlight the heading, subheading, and important points. So what is the usual or traditional method for preparing examination? As you, everyone who is listening to this must be aware that what you used to do, take the previous year questions or visiting the teacher and asking, sir, tell us some important questions. So what you will do, you will go, you will prepare it, and you will write the answer and see. So you will know, sir, yeah, some portion I am not able to remember. This area is my weakest area. So I wanted to revise it. Like that, you will give maximum time for that. But these kind of things you can do once when you have so much time for your examination. Now the time is for a quick revision. So what are the quick revision method for your examination as the days are less? I just wanted to give you few methods of quick revisions. So first one, diagram explanation. See, you have studied the topic. First, you have read from the book, then you have made your own notes, then you have studied it, you have used the diagram. Now you don't have time to do all those things within a short span of time. What you have to do, if it is an organ, just for an example, if it is an organ, just look at the diagram in your book and try to explain each part of it, each thing related to it without seeing the description. First, you have to recollect, remember whatever you have studied to it, I mean, related to it. Next, what you have to do, cover the labeling and try to recollect the same way, whatever you have studied related to that specific organ, bone, whatever it may be, or structure. Okay, so this method is known as diagram explanation or diagram reading method. Next is active recitation, which most of you must be doing. You have to recite important points allowed to reinforce memory. For example, this is the common method which you use for remembering the slokas. And if it is a descriptive mode concept, you have to summarize the key concepts in your own word for better memory or better revision. Next, peer teaching. What you have to do, you have to learn a concept and you have to describe it in a shorter way to your friend, or same way as I mentioned, you can use the mirror for the method, I mean the same purpose. So this will help you if you are explaining the concept to your friends. This will help you to solidify your understanding for sure. And whiteboard practice, use a whiteboard to draw and label anatomical structures from your memory, not just by seeing your textbook, not just by seeing your mobile, just from your memory you try to draw the structures. So this continuous practice, or you have to practice this until you can accurately recreate the diagram. Next, you can ask the questions to yourself. If you are not able to answer, you can go back and revise yourself. Then next, time to review sessions. What you have to do, for example, today you are going to revise GIT system. You have studied it. You have gone through from the first syllabus point to the end. Now, before sleep, what you have to do, just fix a time, 15 or 20 minutes, and one topic or one system, just try to brief yourself in that specific period. That entire system you try to brief to yourself. This is known as timed review sessions. Next, high yield topics. You have to understand the high yield or important topic, or the topics which you have mentioned in your I mean you missed in your previous examination. So you have to give more focus on such areas and use summary sheets that highlight the most important points. Rapid review sheets, this is like just like a flashcard. Take an A4 sheet, Don't go for descriptive writing. Only use whatever the important keywords and concepts comes under that specific topic. Make a small diagram, and the entire topic should be covered in that A4 sheet, so you can use this as a quick revision uh, flashcard before your examination. And also you can use a quick revision technique known as visualization technique. You have to try to recollect whatever you have studied by closing your eyes. Try to recollect, okay, this vessel was going, okay, this is draining, this area is supplied by so and so vessel. Like that, you have to try to visualization. Next one. See, in initial 2 semesters, you are doing this must be more quantity, taking more breaks. But what will happen towards the examination? All of a sudden, you will become more serious, not waking up from your chair, sitting there for a whole time, reading, reading, reading. What will happen? The outcome of it will be minimal because your body will be tired. Your brain may not be able to perceive everything which you are reading. So, what you have to do? Definitely you are going to get tired, exhausted, etc. So you must take break at least after 40 minutes. Take a 5 minutes break, wake from your chair, take a small walk, listen to some music, drink some water. This will help you to stay focused and prevent burnout. And make a specific sleep habit. I'm not going to tell you that okay, you have to sleep from today onwards 10 o'clock and wake up at 5 o'clock. I won't say that, but still, if you are sleeping at 12 o'clock, you make that as a regular habit and wake up at 5 a.m. So what will happen? Your biological clock or your body will get habituated with it. So all of a sudden, you will not feel so much difficulty in waking up and going for your examination. So follow a regular sleep hours and make that as a habit. And don't compromise on your sleep hours, because you yourself can observe, even though you sit whole night, the productivity or the outcome of it will be less. So try to have sufficient sleep because it is essential for your health. Then all of a sudden within 2 days you cannot study the entire syllabus. You have to be prepared ahead of time, organize your notes properly, practice answering questions, take sufficient breaks, stay calm in examination hall, and after writing the answers you must review your answers. This is tips for writing your answers. And what you have to do night before exam, this is a commonest mistake every student used to do. Prior night of examination, nobody will sleep, or they will sleep very minimal hour, and they will be sitting in the examination hall like they are completely drained out. Even though they wanted to perform well, they won't be able to do it. So my dear young brothers and sisters, please keep this in mind. You must sleep, you must take sufficient rest before your examination, prior night of your examination. Stick to your routine, don't just sit whole night. Have a good meal and drink sufficient water, hydrate yourself, and get organized. What I have meant by get organized here is, see, don't run for अरे तुम्हारे पास पेन है क्या ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡಿ. Don't go for such kind of things. Keep your hall ticket, pen, ID card, everything ready on your table. Prior night, morning you have to just take this and walk out of your room for examination. Just don't stress yourself out and have a good night's sleep. And this is the funniest thing which we used to see every time. Please don't do these three things. You know what are these three things? The first thing, see, you know very well you are leaving your room at 8:10 or 8:15. You have to enter the examination hall by 8:30. Still, you will carry all the books from Kandisar books to Gray's Anatomy, just like a loading person. Okay, don't do that, because you know that you are not having that much time to do a reading from all the textbooks or materials you are having with you. So don't carry such a heavy luggage to your examination hall. Then This is the funniest thing which we used to do, or which you used to face always. What will happen? There will be a terror guy in your group. He will come and tell, hey bro, you have studied that topic? I have studied, but you haven't studied. So such kind of irritating persons will make you stressed out and will reduce your confidence level. Neither you let someone to do with you, or nor you do it to someone else. Please don't make anyone scared about the topics. Don't make them scared. अरे तुमने ये नहीं पढ़ा है, मैंने ये पढ़ा है, उन्होंने वो पढ़ा है. Don't do such kind of things. Don't get stressed out, and don't make anyone to be in stress. Next thing, the bell rang, teacher asks you to get into the examination hall, and that time you are rolling your notebook just like you are going to be a chitty robo. In 5 minutes you are going to study everything. Why I am telling please don't do this means, it's like you are giving for example, you are just walking into gym and taking a heavy weight without any warm-ups. So it will make you tired as much as a sudden Herculean work. So please don't do that. It will confuse you. It will stress you out. And on the day of examination, please don't forget your hall ticket and college ID. No watches are allowed. You must at least assembling near the exam hall at 8:20 a.m. Why it is so important? Because you will run towards your examination hall and you are late, then somebody is shouting at you. All these things will make you stressed out, and you may forget the things which you are ready with. And you must reporting inside the exam hall at 8:30 a.m. And once after you receive the booklet, you must check for the barcode errors and any damages of your answer sheet. And try to use black ink pens for better scanning clarity. And don't forget to fill the OMR sheet properly. And one more thing important, what will happen? You are receiving your answer sheet, I mean, question paper in your hand. The first question itself from some toughest topic which you doesn't know. So what will happen? Your full confidence will drain out. You started getting so much anxious about your answer, and the questions which you already know, you may not be able to perform well. So, my sincere request and suggestion to you people, don't get stressed out. And by any chance you are getting so much anxious, leave the question paper, take a moment, take some deep breath, close your eyes, relax, then go for your examination. See, just you have to remind yourself when you are stressed out, you are prepared for this and you can do it. Since 18 months you are on this, definitely you can perform well. And after writing the answers, you must review to know how much you have done, whether you have done it properly or not. And the marks, theory 50 percentage is the pass percentage, and practical also you must score 50 percentage. And the valuation, two evaluators will be there, highest among two evaluators will be scored. And if there is a big difference between the two evaluators, it will be given for a third valuation. Keep in mind, there is no revaluation. Now, I told you how you have to prepare, what is the relevance of long answer questions. Now, try to put all these things into practice. Just like what Bruce Lee told, practice only can make you better. Okay, so remember that practice and repetition is the only key to mastering anything, not just anatomy. It could be any subject, it could be any field. So you must be practicing to make yourself better. Organize your notes, take breaks, and get enough sleep to ensure you are ready for the exam day. All the best for your exams. Now, I just wanted to tell you that, as I told you, most of the time the students were concerned about what they have to do, how much they have to write, how to include headings, etc. So, for helping them, myself and my friend, brother, Dr. Manu Krishnan, we have launched an app. At least some of you might have gone through. The app name is Ayur Exam Companion. If you are so much stressed about your upcoming Rachana Shareera examinations, we have prepared an app for you. So once when you open the app, your exam companion, you can log in with your credentials. So once when you log in, you could see the subject title Rachana Shareera. If you click on that, you can see the paper 1 and paper 2. And if you click on the specific paper, paper 1, you could see the all the syllabus points. And for example, the first syllabus point, Shareera Upakramaniya Shareera, if you click on that, you could see what are the syllabus point comes under the Shareera Upakramaniya. Again, based upon that, what questions could be framed. So the first question describe the difference between Shareera and Shareera in detail. So if you click on that like this, how you have to present the answer is included in our app. So I hope this will be a useful tool for you to make an or give a better presentation by using our answer templates. So for Android users, you can scan here, and for iOS users, you can scan and download your app. I hope you can use it and you can get benefit out of it. Next, always keep a positive attitude. Definitely you must be having bit worry about your examination. The anticipation of an upcoming exam may feel overwhelming, but keep this in mind. With the determination and effort, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Keep this in mind. Sky is the limit if you are ready to work hard. Always have a positive attitude. With this, I just wanted to conclude. Before concluding, I just wanted to remind you two things. The best medicine in the world is knowledge. Vijnanam aushadhinam shreshtam shramam vina nakimabi sadhyam. Just don't wait, go to give the 50 percentage marks and leaving everything in hands of God. It will not change anything. So please have good effort. Still time is there. I just want to remind you, shramam vina nakimabi sadhyam. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. The more you practice the art of thankfulness, the more you have to be thankful for. As this proverb indicates, thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation to take up this session. It was really interesting to hear you, sir. I'm sure many will be beneficial from this session. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your knowledge among us. Now, since we have come to the end of the session, it's time to wind up the session. Thank you, sir, and all the viewers of our channel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share a few things related to Rajana Sharida examination. And I am with you people since 2 years. Happy to see your activities. Miles to go. Stay positive. Be in the same spirit. Thank you once again.
Thank you.